Well, here we go. This is going to be hopefully a very quick detailing of how claimed Earthshine debunks the globe model. Okay, in front of you, you have here on the screen, you have what is claimed to be a photograph of a total solar eclipse. So from the observer's position, the moon has completely occulted the sun, and they see nothing but a black disk, what is supposed to be the moon, and around the outside of the sun you see glare. So this black disk is supposed to be the moon, and we don't see any definition on this because all the light is at the backside of the moon. So I'll just show their version. So this is the globe Earth. This is where the observer is. This is the sun, right, at 93 million miles away in their model. This is where all the light is at the backside of the moon, and the observer is only seeing this side, which is the dark side of the moon. Okay, this is the claim. So the observer seeing the dark side of the moon here sees no definition on the moon, as I will show again. So no definition on the moon, okay, just a black disk. Okay, so we'll come down here to, this is what's claimed to be a total lunar eclipse. Okay, so this is a moon that has a darkening over it and a coloration after happening on it. Okay, so this is claimed to be a lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse, and this is claimed to be how it happens. You have the sun here, you have the Earth here, and the Earth is in between, sorry, the globe Earth, I should say, globe model is in between the sun and the moon, right? And what happens is the moon turns a kind of a red color, red-orange color, and has like a darkening over it, basically, right? Now, please pay attention to the fact that all the light from the sun is on the back side of the globe Earth. So there's no sunlight getting to the moon, but there is still light on the moon, right? I just show again with the actual photograph. And this is claimed to be because of Earthshine. So supposedly, somehow there's light coming off of the Earth and hitting the moon. This is the claim. And I just want to show that that's the dark side of the Earth that's pointed in the direction of the moon here, right, in this model. So the dark side of the globe Earth is shining light onto the moon. Here, that's the claim. So you can see here. So supposedly the light coming from the dark side of a globe is shining light onto the moon here like this, right? So this is the claim, Earthshine, right? So I'm just going to come down here and we'll see new moon, right? So here we have new moon. At new moon, the sun, right, all the sunlight is on the back side of the moon, and it's daytime on the globe Earth. But we're told we don't see the new moon because there's no light on the outside of the moon, right? It's daytime and there's no light on the outside of the moon, only on the back side of the moon. So we are told we don't see the new moon for that reason. Now the new moon will last for 2 or 3 days. You won't see the moon at all for 2 or 3 days. But within those 2 or 3 days, there is a couple of mornings and a couple of evenings. And there will be times where the sun is obscured by clouds. But yet, there is absolutely no evidence whatsoever that there is any moon in the sky. No evidence. Nobody can come up with anything. There is only claims, heliocentric globe Earth claims that the moon is there, but we can't see it. But there is no evidence that it's there. No visual, no any other evidence that it's there. So I'm going to show something now. I'm just going to get rid of that. Right, I'll show here. So here we have the moon again, right? This is Earthshine on the moon. But as I said earlier, right, that's the dark side of Earth that's shining light onto the moon. But during new moon, the bright side of Earth is shining no light onto the moon. This is the globe model, right? So we're told we don't see the moon during new moon because all the light is at the back of the moon, even though there's 2 mornings and 2 evenings where the sun won't be, where you should be able to see something in the sky if it was there. You would see something in the sky in the morning and the evening before there's full sun up. Over to the left or over to the right or over to your east or your west or whatever, you're going to see something, right, in the sky at those times. Or when the sun is obscured by clouds, but we never see anything. But during the globe Earth's new moon, the lit side of the Earth is pointed towards the moon, and we're told we can't see it because there's no light. But yet, during what they call a lunar eclipse, what they're calling a lunar eclipse, where is it? Right. Sorry, that thing keeps happening. Right? During what they're calling a lunar eclipse, we have the dark side of the globe Earth pointed towards the moon, and the moon is lit. So how come the dark side of Earth can light the moon during a total lunar eclipse, but the bright side of Earth, right, in the globe model, can't light the moon during new moon? That's complete nonsense. Is this all the lights that we have on one side of the supposed globe Earth that's lighting up, all the street lights? What is lighting this? Because as you will see, here when I get so as you'll see, this is the what they call a total lunar eclipse. As you can see, it's the dark side of the Earth that's pointed towards it. The moon is totally void of all sunlight in that model there, but there's no yet it's red. Yet it's red, and there's light supposedly making it red and allowing it to have, if I just show, it has definition. You can see everything. It doesn't. It's like lunar eclipses. Like I'm using it here and I'm talking about it here, but lunar eclipses don't exist. It's not eclipsed by anything. There's nothing occulting this. You can see all of it. It's just a different color and it's kind of darker. That's it. But we're told this is due to the dark side of the globe Earth. Yet, during new moon, when there's loads of light on the globe, there's nothing here. There's no light coming back to this supposed dark side of the moon that's pointed towards the globe Earth. Where is all the light shining off it there, off all the oceans? How come that's not shining back on that? How come during total lunar eclipse, as they call it, there's all this light coming off the dark side of the globe onto the moon? Because that is, look, this is their claim. There it is. The dark side of the Earth is lighting up the moon. So the dark side of the moon here is darker. The moon is darker at the back side here than the Earth side. So this is light going on to the moon here. But yet in this new moon here, there's no light going back to the moon. So from what I can see, this here, whatever that is, I'm going to make it not so much a claim, but I'm going to speculate here. This is not the moon. That's not the moon. Whatever is blocking the sun, I know I heard about Rahu and Ketu over the years, and I'm not saying that there's something else up there. I don't know, but there's no evidence that this is the moon. There's no evidence that that's the moon, because there's no definition on it. Where's all the light off of the Earth? That would be there. Where's all the outshine onto this that we see here? This is what we see, and we're told it's outshine from the dark side of the globe. But here, there's no outshine whatsoever. There's no definition whatsoever here. I can't see any definition. I mean, I could look hard, but I can't see anything that is clear definition. I'm not saying it's something else, but there's no evidence that it's the moon. It may be the moon, but I'm not seeing the evidence because it's contradicted by this in their model. And this is contradicted by this. Where's all the light from the globe Earth back to the moon? The whole lot is a sham. There is no such thing as a lunar eclipse. 1 second, get rid of that there. That is not a lunar eclipse. There's nothing occulting the moon. Don't know what the moon is, but I know there's nothing occulting it. Something is colouring it. It's being coloured. I don't know what's happening. Is it doing it itself? It's something else doing it? I don't know. But it's not being lit from the dark side of the globe. And how you know that, besides the fact that the globe doesn't exist, but how you know the model is all over the place is on the light side of the globe here. There's no light here. We don't see any new moon. So there's no evidence whatsoever of a new moon, right? There's absolutely zero evidence that the moon, this new moon that is in the sky, There's no evidence that that is there at all. So if there's no evidence that the new moon is there, and this is supposedly how a total solar eclipse happens, where the moon gets in the way of an observer, between the observer and the sun, right? Then there's no evidence that this is the moon. So during a total solar eclipse, there was no evidence that it is the moon blocking the sun. It may be the moon, I'm not saying it's not, but there's no evidence that it's the moon, and there's no evidence that there is anything in the sky during new moon. Here, because where's all this outshining onto the dark side of the moon here, that we're told happens during this? And this is this is not an eclipse. Nothing's eclipse. There's not no occulted here. It just looks different. That's all it is. So you got nothing. Sorry, this is going to be one of the hills you die on. Sorry now. Okay, take care.